watching this, there's a really big chance that you're horse crazy too. I'm Karin Winegar. I'm a journalist. I live in Minnesota, and I was born horse crazy. And my question for the past 30 years is, what is horse craziness? Why do we love horses, especially little girls from a very, very early age are attracted to horses? Why? What is that? I set off to answer that question, and I ran around the world asking that question, interviewing interesting people, and having the best times of my life, from riding in the Blue Ridge Mountains with a pack of hounds, to climbing up to high altitudes with an expert in Mustangs, and to, oh my goodness, to going to Florida and driving was one of the best carriage drivers in the whole world. A woman who taught me to hold my lines correctly when I'm driving my horses. Again, I was born this way, and what I found out, among other things, is yes, we are born this way. Some of the people I've interviewed include cultural anthropologists, endurance riders, scientists, psychiatrists, Jungian analysts, masters of foxhounds, cowgirls, artists. Oh, so many people, women from all over the world who love horses like we do and have a deep insight into what it is that gives us the thrills and the passion and the love and the peace that we experience with horses. And we don't have to ride them to experience it. We just have to be around them. I talked to a woman just the other day who said when her son died, the only thing that helped her was grooming a horse. She could cry and hug the horse and brush it. Horses do something that no other animal does for us. Horses give us power of a certain kind. They give us adventure. They give us consolation. They are the perfect listeners, as you know if you're a horse lover. And they set us apart from the world in ways that, well, I will say some people call horse crazy. You bet I'm horse crazy. I was born this way. And when you read my book, Horse Lovers, Unpacking the Female Fascination, you will see the entire puzzle laid out for you. All the pieces I found all over the world, over 30 years of research, analyzing who we are, why we feel this way in the presence of horses, why we read horse books, why we take seminars from master clinicians in the horse world, why we collect horse films, why we loved movies like The Horse Whisperer, why the hair on our neck stands up in the presence of horses. There is nothing like this effect, and I will tell you that it's mostly female. And my questions include why, mostly female, and who, and how many of us. And one little bit of data. The American Horse Council says that approximately 38 million Americans have a strong interest in horses. They don't all have horses, but they have a strong interest in horses. And another source of my research showed me that 75 to 80% of those 38 million are female. What is that? What sets us apart from boys when we're little girls and we see a pony at the fairgrounds and we run squealing to it? What sets us apart that we collect China horses and plastic horses and horse books? What sets us apart that we play horse? We pretend to be horses when we're little kids, and not so little kids either. I've had horses since I was about 8 years old. I grew up in a small farm town on the Iowa border in Albert Lea, Minnesota, and I was lucky enough that I had a pony. That pony kicked me, bit me, ran away with me, tossed me off regularly, and here's another thing I learned about horsewomen. We have a high pain threshold, and we're very stubborn, and we go back and back and back, regardless of what happens to us, because we want to be with horses. One of the first things that happens in an emergency room when a horse person is injured, and you will be injured if you're a horse person, is you get dragged in or hauled in by a friend, and you say to the doctor, "When can I ride again?" And we mean it. Is this an addiction? What is this? Is this a certain kind of love like nothing else? Some men are threatened by horsewomen, and I have a chapter in my book that explores why and who those men are and what they see us as. And I've experienced that myself all my life. So I hope you will read Horse Lovers. It's both in digital format and it's in paperback. So it fits in your suitcase. It's not illustrated, but the cover is by one of my favorite artists, Donna Howell-Sickles, who is a specialist in illustrating the love that women have for horses. I loved writing it. It took me a very long time to do this research, and I think actually nobody else has done this. There are millions of good horse books out there, from Black Beauty to Misty of Chincoteague, but nothing covers who we are, why we love what we love, what lengths we go to satisfy that love. And frankly, it's a fascinating adventure, and I'm excited to offer Horse Lovers, my new book, Unpacking the Female Fascination.